Did you know that thousands of seniors, many of them seemingly healthy, go to bed at night and never wake up? It sounds peaceful, a quiet passing in your sleep. But what if I told you that in many of these cases it wasn't peaceful at all? What if it was preventable? Just last month, an 82-year-old grandfather in Michigan, no major illnesses, no complaints, spent the evening laughing with his family, watching TV, enjoying a warm meal. He kissed his wife goodnight and was gone by morning. His doctors called it natural causes. But what if it wasn't? What if there were signs, real warnings, in the days or even weeks before his death that were simply overlooked? The truth is, many seniors show subtle red flags that something dangerous is happening inside their bodies. These signs are quiet, easy to miss, and often, even doctors dismiss them as just old age. But tonight, I thought I'd say this. We're going to shine a light on those quiet warnings, because sudden death in sleep doesn't always come without a whisper. And if you or someone you love is over 70, this could be the most important video you watch all year. Stay with me until the very end, because the fifth red flag I'll share is the one almost no one talks about. Yet, it could be the last sign your body gives you before it shuts down. Let's begin. A red flag number 1: resting heart rate changes at night. Most people think of their heart as something they only need to worry about during the day, when they're active, moving, stressed. But the truth is, some of the most dangerous heart events happen at night, while you're lying perfectly still, sound asleep. And one of the earliest signs something is wrong, a subtle change in your resting heart rate, especially during sleep. You might not notice it. You might feel fine all day, but your heart doesn't lie. Studies show that seniors with consistently elevated or irregular heart rates while sleeping are at much higher risk for sudden cardiac events, like silent heart attacks, arrhythmias, and strokes that strike in the middle of the night. Let me paint a picture. Imagine you're in bed. It's dark, quiet. You're asleep, or so you think. But your heart is working overtime. It's beating faster than it should, or skipping beats, maybe even fluttering, just for a moment. You don't wake up. You don't feel it, but your heart's electrical system is misfiring, and your body is slowly moving toward a tipping point. That tipping point, it's often called sudden cardiac death. And for seniors, it's far more common during the nighttime hours. Now here's the scary part: most doctors don't ask about your nighttime heart rate. They check your pulse in the clinic during the day, when you're alert and upright. But what your heart does at night is often the missing piece in understanding your true risk. So how can you catch this red flag before it's too late? Here are 3 things you can do starting tonight. Use a fitness tracker or sleep monitor that records your heart rate overnight. Many affordable options now give you detailed heart trends. I look for signs like frequent waking, night sweats, or morning fatigue. These can be symptoms of irregular heart rhythms happening while you sleep. I tell your doctor if your resting heart rate is consistently above 80 beats per minute at night. Or if you notice irregular patterns like spikes or dips. Push for further tests like a Holter monitor or sleep study if needed. Remember, after 70, your heart is no longer the same as it was at 40. It needs restful sleep, stable rhythms, and attention to detail. Don't ignore what happens while you're asleep, because your heart might be trying to tell you something before it's too late. Red flag number 2: frequent nighttime bathroom visits, nocturia. It might seem like just a harmless part of aging, waking up once, twice, maybe even 3 or 4 times during the night to use the bathroom. You chalk it up to drinking too much water. Your doctor might say, it's normal at your age. But here's what they're not telling you: frequent nighttime urination, especially after age 70, can be a hidden sign of serious heart, kidney, or hormonal issues. It's called nocturia, and it's more than just a sleep disruption. It's your body's way of saying, something isn't working the way it should. Let me explain. When you're young and healthy, your kidneys slow down urine production at night. That's what allows you to sleep through the night without interruptions. But in many seniors, that system begins to malfunction. Why? Because something deeper is going on. A weakened heart can't pump blood efficiently during the day, causing fluid to pool in the legs. Then at night, when you lie down, gravity redistributes that fluid, and your kidneys go into overdrive trying to get rid of it. This is why people with early congestive heart failure often find themselves waking up multiple times to pee. It can also be a sign of kidney dysfunction, reduced ability to concentrate, urine, prostate issues in men, or bladder control problems in women, poorly managed diabetes, or hormonal imbalances. But here's the scariest part: this seemingly minor Symptom greatly increases your risk of falls, cognitive decline, and even sudden cardiac arrest. Why? Because broken sleep leads to inflammation, high blood pressure spikes, and nighttime stress on the heart. Now imagine this: you're half asleep. It's dark. You're groggy. You get up too fast to use the bathroom, and suddenly, you feel dizzy. Your blood pressure crashes, and that's when the fall or stroke happens. All because of something you thought was just aging. So what can you do? Track how often you're waking up at night to urinate. If it's more than once, consistently, speak to your doctor. Reduce fluid intake 23 hours before bed, especially caffeine, alcohol, and sugary drinks. Ask for a full cardiac and kidney function checkup, not just a quick blood pressure test. If you wear compression stockings or elevate your legs during the day, this can reduce fluid buildup that leads to nocturia at night. Don't accept it's normal for your age as a diagnosis, because what's normal might be your body trying to warn you of something far from it. Red flag number 3: sudden changes in breathing while sleeping, sleep apnea or silent hypoxia. Have you ever woken up gasping for air? Or maybe your partner tells you that you snore loudly, then suddenly stop breathing for a few seconds in the middle of the night. These aren't just annoying sleep habits, they could be signs of something deadly and tragically overlooked in seniors. We're talking about sleep apnea and a lesser known but just as dangerous condition called silent hypoxia, where your blood oxygen levels drop while you sleep and you don't even know it. Here's the terrifying part: many seniors with these conditions never receive a diagnosis, yet they're quietly at risk of stroke, heart attack, or even sudden death during sleep. Let's break it down. Obstructive sleep apnea happens when your airway becomes blocked during sleep, often due to relaxed throat muscles or excess weight around the neck. It causes loud snoring, interrupted breathing, a restless sleep, a morning headaches, a daytime fatigue. Now, here's the catch: in older adults, sleep apnea can occur without snoring. That means it's much harder to detect and easy to ignore. Meanwhile, silent hypoxia happens when your oxygen saturation drops below safe levels, often without triggering an immediate response in your body. Your brain and heart aren't getting enough oxygen, but you're not gasping or panicking, you're just asleep, quiet, unaware, vulnerable. And these oxygen drops, they stress your heart, increase your blood pressure, and put your body into a state of emergency while you're resting. Over time, that repeated strain can lead to fatal events, especially in the early morning hours, when the body is naturally more prone to heart attacks. So what can you do? Pay attention to the signs: waking up unrefreshed, with a dry mouth, morning headaches, or unexplained fatigue. Ask your doctor for a sleep study, especially if you're over 70 and have high blood pressure, diabetes, or heart problems. Use a fingertip pulse oximeter to check your oxygen levels at night. Anything below 90% consistently could be a red flag. Consider CPAP therapy if diagnosed with sleep apnea. It's not just about better sleep, it's about saving your life. Remember, sudden breathing changes during sleep are not just part of aging. They're your body's alarm system, and ignoring that alarm could mean never waking up. Red flag number 4: unusual fatigue or brain fog in the morning. Let me ask you this: do you often wake up in the morning feeling more tired than when you went to bed? Do you find it harder to focus, remember things, or feel like you're moving through the day in a fog? These symptoms are often brushed off as normal aging, but they could be warning signs that something deeper and far more dangerous is happening while you sleep. Sudden, unexplained morning fatigue and brain fog can be early signs of nighttime oxygen deprivation, blood sugar instability, or poor brain perfusion. In other words, your brain isn't getting what it needs while you're asleep. Here's what's really going on during sleep. Your body enters its most critical phase of recovery. Your brain clears toxins, your heart rate slows, your breathing becomes rhythmic, and your body begins its healing cycle. But if something interrupts this process, like low oxygen, irregular heartbeats, or blood sugar crashes, your body wakes up, but your cells remain exhausted. Your brain feels groggy, your muscles feel weak, and your energy is gone, even before your day begins. And it gets worse: that morning brain fog. It's not just annoying, it's a potential red flag for reduced cerebral blood flow, which has been linked to increased risk of stroke, or early signs of dementia, higher rates of sudden cardiac death. What's even more frightening is that doctors often dismiss this kind of fatigue in older adults. They say, it's just part of getting older. But the truth is, your mornings tell the story of your nights. And if your mornings are consistently bad, your nights might be silently killing you. So how can you protect yourself? Track how you feel within the first hour of waking up. Do you feel sharp, rested and alert, or heavy, slow, and foggy? Check your morning blood pressure and heart rate. Sudden drops or spikes can signal overnight cardiovascular events. Review your sleep environment. Poor air quality, low room oxygen, and shallow breathing can all contribute to morning fatigue. Talk to your doctor about overnight monitoring, especially if you're experiencing other symptoms like snoring, high blood sugar, or palpitations. You shouldn't have to push through every morning just to function. That's not aging. That's a warning sign. Red flag number 5: sudden night sweats or feeling overheated in your sleep. You're asleep, then suddenly, you wake up drenched. Your clothes are soaked. Your sheets are damp. You feel like you've just run a marathon, but you were only lying in bed. Sound familiar? Most people dismiss night sweats as a simple hot flash, a side effect of medication, or just a warm blanket. But for seniors, especially those over 70, sudden night sweats or unexplained overheating during sleep can be a serious red flag for underlying health issues that often go unchecked until it's too late. Here's what most people, and even many doctors, don't realizing: when your body starts overheating at night, it could be a sign of uncontrolled blood sugar, a sign of undiagnosed or poorly managed diabetes, infections your body is silently fighting, especially in the lungs or urinary tract, hormonal imbalance affecting your thermoregulation, or most concerning of all, an overactive cardiovascular system, pushing your heart too hard when it's supposed to be resting. In fact, research shows that night sweats can precede heart attacks, especially in older adults. Why? Because overheating increases your heart rate, blood pressure, and puts your body into a fight or flight state, when it should be in deep recovery. And here's the tragic truth: some seniors experience their last night alive with symptoms like excessive sweating, heart racing, or unexplained restlessness. And no one realizes it was a warning sign until it's too late. So if you've ever found yourself waking up hot, anxious, or soaked in sweat, don't ignore it. Here's what you can do: keep a sleep journal. Write down when it happens, how often, and any other symptoms, like rapid heartbeat or shortness of breath. Check your blood sugar levels at night and in the morning. Spikes or crashes can trigger night sweats. Have your thyroid and hormone levels tested. Imbalances become more common and more dangerous with age. Make sure your bedroom stays cool and well ventilated. If symptoms persist despite a cool environment, it's a sign the issue is internal, not just environmental. And most importantly, trust your instincts. If your body is sending you heat signals while you sleep, it's not just trying to cool down. It could be calling for help. A final thought: sudden death in sleep doesn't usually come out of nowhere. There are almost always signs. Subtle, quiet, and easy to ignore. But now, you've learned what most people never do. That frequent bathroom trips at night put to a failing heart. That snoring or gasping might be your body struggling to breathe. That morning fatigue isn't just old age. It might be a symptom of nighttime oxygen loss. That night sweats could be your heart's final cry for rest. So please, don't dismiss these red flags. If you or someone you love is over 70, this knowledge could literally save a life. Take these signs seriously. Talk to your doctor. Get the tests. Adjust your routines. And always, always listen to your body, especially at night, when it speaks the loudest. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps us reach more seniors and families who need this information. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Elder Wisdom for weekly insights that help you live longer, healthier, and more peacefully after 70. We cover the truths no one talks about, from subtle health signs to emotional well-being, sleep, diet, and aging with dignity. Have you or someone you know experienced any of these nighttime red flags? Let us know in the comments. Your story could help someone else spot the signs early and save a life. Until next time, take care of yourself and listen closely.